Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mansa Queen and on today's menu I have my special oatmeal banana bread. Yes guys, I decided to play a little with my original banana bread recipe, which I'm going to link below, and create this masterpiece which is really moist, delicious and decadent by adding, a few bits and pieces. You know how I like to tweak my recipes. So if you would like to see how I put this together, you definitely want to keep on watching. Also, please check out my new channel called At Home with Mansa, linked in the description box below for all my home organization and cleaning videos. Thank you. So we're going to start off with our dry ingredients, and here I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and to that I'm going to add half a cup of regular oats. As you can see, this is the whole oat, and what it's going to do is add some texture to it, and I really love it. You can decide to do more or less. I have 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of salt because I'm using salted butter, and here I'm using some nutmeg. You can use cinnamon instead. I'm just going to mix all my dry ingredients together, make sure they are well incorporated. Okay, well, now we're going to put that aside, and the start of the show, you can use 3 large bananas, but I like mine really moist and really banana-y, if that's a word. So I'm using 4. So you want at least a cup to 1/4 of a cup is okay. Okay, so what you're going to do, you also want your bananas to be really ripe. Matter of fact, overripe bananas. See those black spots you see on the skin? That's exactly what you want to see, because that means it is overripe and you're going to get maximum natural sweetness from it, which is also going to explain why I cut down on the original sugar quantity of this banana bread. Because in my original recipe, which I'm going to link in the description box below, I used 1 cup of sugar. Here I'm going to use half a cup only. Now you want to use a fork or a masher, whatever you have, to just mash these. This recipe is so easy. You do not need a hand mixer. You don't need anything for this. Just manual. You can use a fork. All you want to do is mash that down really. Some people like theirs lumpy. I like mine kind of in between. I don't like it too lumpy, but not too mushy as well. So this right here is what I like to go with, and it is perfect for me. Here is my half a cup of butter, or 1 stick. This is my Kerrygold salted butter, which is why I use half a teaspoon of salt only. And to that I added half a cup of sour cream. Guys, this is my recipe. This is my secret ingredient to getting the perfectly moist banana bread each time. That sour cream is a must. To that I'm going to be adding half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I'm also going to add half a teaspoon of banana extract. You can just decide to use one of them and do 1 teaspoon instead, but I like the combination. To that I'm adding half a cup of light brown sugar. You can use regular brown sugar, and you can use up to 1 cup as the original recipe calls, but I am trying to cut down on the sugar, and it was sweet enough because the bananas are already really sweet. So I have beat my 2 eggs, all at room temperature by the way, and I'm going to add it to my wet ingredients and just combine that with my spatula. Yeah, I decided to go in with a whisk to get more, leverage on it, and just mix that. You don't need to mix it too much, just to incorporate everything together. And once they're all mixed and well, that's it. You set that aside. Now we are going to incorporate our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients because we're almost done. Guys, this is so fast, so easy. And I recommend, if you want to use this for like breakfast, do it the night before. Banana bread always tastes better, and the texture is even more dense and better when it sits for a couple of hours, when it sits for some hours, especially overnight. I have tried it so many times and it never fails. So all I'm doing here is just to incorporate my wet and dry ingredients just to make sure that you do not have any dry pockets of flour or the oatmeal. You can use oatmeal flour if you do not have whole oats. Just use the oatmeal flour and substitute it with the regular oats that I put there. They both work perfectly, and you can also do 1 cup oat flour and just half a cup of regular all-purpose flour. It works just perfect. Now here is my grease pan, and I've already gone ahead and grease it. I'll put the dimensions on the screen right now, and I am going to pour all of that good batter into this loaf because I like my banana bread really. I like it to be a big chunky loaf as opposed to smaller flat ones because it's a bread, so I like it to be like a real loaf. So while all of this is going on, I have gone ahead to preheat my oven to 350 degrees, and by the time all of this is done, my oven will be nice and hot, ready for our bread to go in. Once we have all of that good batter in there, you want to shake it, pop it, drop it. You know how we do it. Let all those air bubbles get out and get it ready for the oven. Now, before we do that, I have another tip. I took a handful of that oat and I'm just going to sprinkle it on the top. This is going to give it the very beautiful look when it's done baking. You would see the oatmeal falling through the cracks, and I love it. Now, into our oven it goes, 350 degrees for I baked mine for 70 minutes. So at the 60-minute mark, please check it, insert a toothpick. When it comes out clean, you know it's done. When it's not, you want to cook it further. I cooked mine for a total of 70 minutes at 350 degrees, and this was the final result. Can you see the oatmeal on it? I just love, love, love this recipe. I have been playing with it and it tastes so good. You can actually see the chunks of banana peeking through that crack. That shows you that our banana bread is really banana bread. This is what it looks like. You want to let it cool down before you cut into it. And you can see the oats in those slices as well as the banana. The light brown sugar or regular brown sugar gives it this dark color that I really love in my banana bread. You can already tell that this is really, really moist. So delicious. All you need is a hot cup of coffee or some tea, whatever you want to drink. Okay, look at the back, and you know I'm a crust kind of girl as usual, so that was my piece. Look at how easily that breaks. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in my next one. Give this video a thumbs up. Until I see you, stay safe. I love you all.